Mr. Bantwini in the house. Good morning.
Bantwini.
Unjani?
Siyaphila yo.
Sakuvusa ekuseni.
Yo.
Siyavuka ne?
Hayi but you know uShaka uyavuka naye.
Uyavuka.
Oh, Shaka, your son.
Yeah, the little one.
5:30.
Yeah. Yeah, so you are a married man, obviously,
Of course.
right? We all love your wife, happily married. And we're talking about whether or not you believe opposites attract. So Sol and I were just saying now, before you walked into studio, that on the surface, you and your wife, Nandi, seem very similar. Yeah. Do you have opposite traits?
Yes, we do. I'm from the township. She's from the suburbs.
Oh, that's true, right? You know, about Twenga, food, yeah, but St. Mary's, the routine.
Yeah, routine.
Congratulations on your summer award.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you and Kasango, like your images looked like a proper broomance there. You guys were excited, eh?
Finally, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Finally, I think it's long overdue.
So many years.
Yeah, after many years.
Yeah,
after many years.
But hey, it happened, so we're happy.
How did that feel, though? I mean, finally, here we go. You've contributed so much to the music industry, and like years later, you eventually get your flowers. Do you see the award as your flowers?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I think they don't dictate though. If I don't have the award, then I don't have a colorful career, my career does not have flowers.
Of course.
But when you do get that particular honor, I mean, it says, okay, cool. People really do see the effort, what you've put into the music, and I think it helps, because everybody who's involved. Because if you're involved in a project that won a summer, even as a younger artist, with a little contribution that you make, you're like, okay, cool. If I could contribute something that could win a summer, I can actually do on my own. Because I mean, I have a bunch of young artists, who I open my career and also the music projects for them to also contribute. I've got so many of them are contributing. So this award also means something to them.
To them as well.
Were you ever bitter or felt hard done the fact that Love, Light and Music never won a summer? Because I think that's a classic, and it changed the landscape of dance music in SA.
Yeah, man. I think it was just an unfair.
Very unfair.
It's so unfair for the music industry, and I think perhaps the summers themselves they should be feeling bad that we've never awarded this album. It was one of the dopest albums.
Massive game changer.
Yeah, I mean,
classic. It's a classic.
I mean, it's the same as Cherryl King. I really do not think that it was awarded, the way it should have been awarded. Because when you really, really, really look at it, the Summers only gave us one award, and the other award were given by Samro.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Which one holds more weight? The one given by Samro or the one given by the Summers, in your opinion, as a muser?
I think by Samro, because you cannot lie. The data doesn't lie. Yeah. So there's no one to tamper with data. Yeah. The song has been played this much, and all the radio stations are there to say how many times this song has been played.
Oh, there we go.
So that is actually a true reflection of what is happening. But you will think that if you have that honor, then it will reflect on every other thing, because everybody who's judging these awards probably they are listening to radio, aren't they?
We would hope
you will
so.
think.
You would hope so. You understand?
Of course.
His name is Zakes Bantwini, ladies and gentlemen. He's starting his day on 959, as are you. Listen, we don't know what else to say to introduce him. You know him for Clap Your Hands, Imali, Ghetto, Wasting My Time, Bang, Bang, Bang. The list is endless, and his very, very famous footwork that Sol is looking forward to seeing
that dance work, man. You still have it in you, man. You kill it, bro. Zakes.
I think he does.
Bring it on the third. Bring it at Wondrous on the third.
I see you guys always do these videos at the end.
You'll teach us. You have to teach us, man.
I don't know when was the last time I actually danced.
Welcome to it, 959 Breakfast. Starting his day on 959 Breakfast is Zakes Bantwini. 6:55, starting his day on 959 Breakfast is him, Zakes Bantwini.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
One and only, Zakes Bantwini.
One and only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love the energy.
Listen, I mean, no, listen, this goes without a doubt. Consistent, every day. You definitely will see what we've been up to off air on kai959.co.za. Also, as well as on our Instagram page at 959breakfast_. So usually great artists like yourself, right? They tend to be arrogant about awards. We just spoke about awards now. And, people feel the need to almost like if a particular person doesn't win, if they themselves don't win, then the system is flawed, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about, in the eventuality that you do win, is then the system still flawed? Because that's the question I always ask myself.
Did you always have beef with awards because you weren't winning and you were putting out this amazing music, especially the psalmists?
I think, bro, you can lose an award to someone that also deserves. You will say, okay, cool. When you lose an award to a song that you've never heard,
it hurts,
to an artist that you've never been introduced. Like most people are like, oh, who's that artist? Who's that particular person? Or the project that you've never actually heard.
Yeah, there was no buzz or hype.
And it's like you're like, okay, what is happening?
It's happening.
Yeah, so there is a time when you feel like, okay, I this is a bit shocking, and there's a time when you're like, okay, I understand. Anybody could win this, and whoever that's gonna win this deserves to win this. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
That does happen, and you have to be honest, as an artist. And I think what is happening with the awards, because you must understand, this is this is our awards. We have to make sure that we bring back the integrity of it, because when we kill these particular awards, I mean, the honor and something that we look forward to where the industry is together, because we're never together. But at the awards, that's where we are together. That's where you would have the biggest production, which would perhaps where you perform your song, you'll have all these lights, which is something that you'd never actually do, and you never actually get to even perform for people while they are sitting at home.
Absolutely.
So these awards are so important for the industry. So as artists, we have to make sure that we protect them so that we can leave these awards for the younger generation or the younger artists to find them as, still find them with integrity, and they can still be able to honor themselves as well.
Exactly. I mean, you pour a lot of heart into it. You pour a lot of your passion, your talent. You put a lot of hours into it, and not only into the music space, but also in a personal capacity. I want us to move away from the awards a little bit and talk about Zakes at home, right?
Yeah.
You've got a wife that the country loves, the nation loves. We adore her. She seems like such a sweet human being. She seems very supportive. I mean, we can only speak about what we see on the outside.
Yeah.
She seems very humble. And she seems like a very sweet life partner. What does Nandi Madita mean to Zakes Bantwini in terms of your life, your career, your home? What does she mean to you?
To Zakele, not even Zakes Bantwini, to Zakele Madita.
She means everything, man. I think she means everything. My wife, indeed. My wife, she's very supportive. Very. When I this morning, she's the one who woke me up. Hey, listen, let's go. Wow. Yeah, when I was on my way because I took an Uber, she came with me. So it's like that. I really have a very supportive wife. When I wake up, she prepares tea for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does
all
beautiful.
The time. I noticed you don't use headphones. No.
I do.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think you might want to use these ones in this moment. She prepared tea for you?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Every time.
Really?
Yeah. Every time. Even if when I leave at 4 a.m., I will wake up with my wife. Every time I wake up, she wakes up. Yeah, I mean, that's her. It's not like me.
Yeah, that's her.
And it's obviously a lot of Amazulu. But I think also she does. Very supportive. Very.
How was the conversation around the fact that she would be like hosting the summers and you possibly will win? I'm pretty sure you guys spoke about how poetic that might be on the night when it happens.
Nah, because I didn't trust. You must understand, Saul. I was once nominated 6 times.
Oh, you've got trust issues.
Yeah, I was once nominated 6 times and I never won anything. So this time around was just only 7. I was like, I could come back with nothing.
Did you talk about it with her?
Yeah, I think not a lot though. Because I didn't want to I don't want to think about the awards a lot. I really didn't want to think about them. Like, when it comes to the awards, I've been traumatized.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But also
imagine.
at the same time, it's like I never wanted. I mean, I have, but plus minus. I'm not if I'm mistaken. I have plus minus 28 nominations.
Nandi, Nandi, can you attest to your husband's trauma?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I remember, in fact, he was the first one. And good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I love you guys' show. Good morning, morning. Yes, I can. I remember he almost was like the blueprint of having someone nominated so much and then performing at the end of the show. And I remember then it was Babes or Doom, and then it was another artist afterwards. But he was the first to be so heartbroken. So it's and hello, Zakes.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful to see him. No, you must change the tone. Hello, Zakes. But it's beautiful to see that obviously he has won something. Although obviously we don't, all of us as artists, yourselves included, as talents, we don't do it for awards or applause. We do it for the cause, to inspire people and just to move them. If it's music or television or whatever a medium platform may be, radio. It has to be about the passion and igniting something within people,
Thank you so much for taking our call so early in the morning. We've never been this late for news. I think it's for a worthy cause. Past top of the hour.
Guys.
For Zakes Bantwini and Nandi,
Sorry, guys.
anytime. Zakes, so you're a dad, right?
Yeah.
Of
a blended family.
Of a blended family. This is beautiful. I really appreciate blended families.
Yeah.
I understand them completely, holistically.
Yeah.
So, did you find that having a child influenced you differently or changed you in how you move? In your career as well as in your personal spaces?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I got all my children under like a marriage setup.
From one wife.
I really wish it happened like that, because I got to understand, especially like someone like Shara, because Shara was the first person that I would wake up with every day, seeing him through like every day. And
it's a different dynamic.
It's a different dynamic altogether, and the understanding and everything else. Yeah, so I really, really, really wish that happened. Because I feel like all my children, they love me. I'm there. They know I'm there. I always make sure that I'm there. But I wish I woke up with them every day.
So you realize now that you missed out on a big chunk of the previous kids with this one. Awesome shot doing.
So I wish that happened, and I would encourage everybody. To say, if you really, especially males, because most of the time when we have kids outside of the marriage setup, usually those kids tends to be more being raised by the mothers instead of So we sometimes think that we're raising them by just providing money,
no, not at all.
And we're not. So most of the guys will be like, but I'm there, I'm present. But are you really that present? Because what happened in the morning, 1 a.m. when someone is sick, and you have to take a decision. I mean, is he really, or is she really sick? Do we have to go to the hospital? What's going on? Just for you understanding your kid like that.
The man himself is in the house. Sans Kasango. They won an award at the Summers. Finally, so many awards later, so many traumatic experiences later.
He was tired of going, Summers. Whenever he left the Summers without winning. That's where he got the idea of Osama. Summers. They keep hurting me.
It's so nice.
I'm telling you. So you said when you first played the song back, after recording it, obviously a made-up language. You were telling us now off air that the context of it is, it's just something in the air. The content of it is something in the air, because the language is made up. There's no subject matter. You released it at the height of a mapiano. You weren't really sure if it's going to be a big song, but you knew it was a good song. You knew it was a dope song.
I knew it was a dope song.
That moment when you played it back.
Of course. Because I think people, the understanding of what music is, they're getting confused. Music is melody. really lyrics. Lyrics are just an author. You're an author when you write lyrics. You're not a musician. A musician is a melody writer. It's not a, you're an author. So authors write books, they write lyrics, that's what they write.
They're the wordsmiths.
Musician makes melodies.
And the melody here is really, really, it's almost like I don't want to use the word transcendent, but it's almost like transic, if that's even a word, right?
Yeah.
It sets you in a trance. What's the word, Soul?
Hey, I've got many words. I don't have that one.
You don't have that one?
No, I've got many words in my head.
But that one is the one that I've given
but it puts you in a trance.
It puts you in a trance, right?
Yeah. So I think that's the melody.
Was this deliberate?
I mean, I think a song like this, you can never say. I think that's when talent comes from, when you say it's given by God. You know, I'm like, because when you do a song like this, you actually just sometimes ask yourself, like, where did this come from?
Imagine that.
Yeah, this is like amazing. Because for me, when I was writing this song, I wrote this song with Nana. So I asked Nana to come help me out write the song. I had a cello or strings
in your head.
In my head. So I was writing something string. What was string? So when I saw this, I had a melody. So for me, it was a string line.
Yeah.
So I was like a string line, because that's sometimes how I write melody. So I will write a melody based on the fact, okay, this is the melody, but I'm writing it. Maybe I'm thinking of maybe Carolina. This is a sex. Then horns. That's how.
That's such a Zakes thing
for me. You know what I mean?
Zakesy.
So every time when I write lyrics, I write it based on an instrument. Like, okay, this is a guitar. I'm writing a melody, a guitar melody. I'm writing a cello melody. I'm writing a sex melody. Saxophone melody.
Just in case.
Saxophone melody. So I always write melodies based on the instruments,
Man, that's testament to your creativity, and I think your creativity has seen you go into different spaces. Tell us about the project. There's a project you're working on in property.
It's a last project,
You also curate art and music and studio in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so I've opened a rooftop studio in Cape Town. It's at the building called the Rockefeller. It's just up there, man.
Wow.
And so I'm working on my album. It is my last album. This one's called Abantu. I will never put out music after this one.
Are you
so
crazy?
I wanna work.
I
wanna work with everyone that I always wanted to work with. I've never paid for a feature.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm very serious. I've never paid for a feature, but this time around I would even pay for a feature. Because I'm like, yo, if I wanna work with you and you can only work with me paying you, it's fine. I'm gonna pay you, and then we can work on this. So, and then I'm doing a stadium in Cape Town on the 19th of November, at a Green Point now. They call it DHL Stadium. 25,000 people, and I'm good.
You're never gonna put out music after this album?
Nah.
Why?
It's the last one. Listen,
what has music done to you?
I want to finish my qualification at Harvard. So I want to finish that. I just want to do more business. Okay. I have a very big appetite with financial services. So I've got a platform called Black Pay, where you can go there and loans money to build your own property, and you can get some earnings. We're way different than the commercial banks there, because we have created that for Africans to really have financial access, because I think they've been sidelined for a very long time. So there's so many pockets of different things that I'm trying to do.
I love this. I absolutely love this for you. Godspeed with everything. So thank you very much for starting your day on 959.
Thanks, Zakes.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm catching you guys delayed.
No worries. You're a very healthy older brother for the industry. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, guys.
Indeed. Bottom half hour. Time for the news.